Hey guys, it's Brendo ST, and today I'm going to show you how to install your Boomba Racing blow-off valve. Look at that. She's purty. Alrighty, let's begin. You're going to need a jack and jack stands, or a lift, because you have to take the passenger side tire off. While the car's on the ground, I already went and did it, but break free all your bolts so it's easy to get it off. I never noticed this, but on this car, and I'm sure on many other cars, there's a little arrow on like the side skirt here, and that is to tell you where to lift the car. I'm going to get that in the air, get the tire off. Alright guys, a little hard to see, but that is your stock blow-off valve, or derivative valve, basically a bypass valve. It recirculates into the air intake before a turbo, so it doesn't produce the atmosphere blow sound that some people are used to. But that's it right there. It's 3 5mm hex socket bolts, and shouldn't be too hard to get to. It's a little hot in here right now, though. That's the only thing I'm worried about is driving. You'll have to use needle nose pliers to get the, you'll see there's a little clamp holding the vacuum line on, and then get those 3mm bolts, and then this thing could come right out. So I'll get to that. Alright, I got the vacuum line off. It's a little hot in there. It's because I was just driving, actually. And because of that, I burned my hand a couple times, so now I'm wearing a nice leather glove. Thick. Not the best choice. I wish I had a pair of mechanics gloves. But this is what I got. So, to also not burn myself, I am doubled up on extensions here. I'm gonna do this from all the way back here and get those 3 bolts and pull that sucker out of there. Alright guys, once you get your 3 bolts removed, that sucker should come right out of there. Let's see, because I'm using a cell phone, it's really tough to get a good angle. Don't want to do that on anything here. I do apologize for that. One of these days, if I do good enough, I'll actually get a camera on this. But see how the bolts are undone here? That's the vacuum line. I don't want to break that because that's a hard plastic, and looks like I might have taken the clamp off on the wrong end too. Yeah, I did. Apparently there was 2 clamps. See, there's another one right there. That's why it was pulling off a little hard, but it came off without breaking, thank the Lord. Or whoever you go for help. Alright, now you're supposed to pull this little bracket that holds it off a little bit, and then come on, and then poop. There's your, well, that's the wrong side of it. Alright, there's, uh-oh, where's the rest of it? Hope I didn't just lose it in the engine or the turbo. Oh, there it is. Alright, so pieces need to, oh, uh-oh. Well, it's sitting in the belly pan. I'll get that later. Alright, so that was that. I can't show you the whole thing because it just kind of fell apart on me. There's half of it with a spring. The little plunger half kind of fell into the belly of the engine. Somewhere down there. Oh, there it is. I could probably reach that, actually. I say probably. Ow! Yep, there's a hot oil pan there. Ow. Yeah, it's like at my fingertips. There, we got it. Oh, shit. Okay. There's the other half. Boop. Okay. Next step, without burning the crap out of yourself, I do suggest doing this while the engine's cool. So, I'm going to get set up here to put the new valve in just a second. Alright guys, did one other little step here. I ended up taking the bracket off, and to do that there's a little sensor or something just clipped on here. You just kind of push it off and it'll pop right out. The reason I did it is so I can show you exactly how these bolts are supposed to go. The blow-off valve itself doesn't look like it has a specific way to go on, but there are 2 extensions on this. So your bracket's going to kind of sit over the blow-off valve like that, and you have 2 extension pieces, and I'll show you those here without dropping anything. So you got these little plastic things, bushings, and then those are going to go in between the bracket and your blow-off valve on the top 2 ones. That's the one that showed me on the guide that I'm looking at. I don't know if there was a specific reason for that, but that's how it is on this. So, just to clarify here, you got your blow-off valve sitting nicely in my glove, and you got 2 little bushings, one here, one here. You got your bracket, you got your bolts. So, sorry man, it's a cell phone. It's really hard to control that and all that crap, so you're gonna have to make do with what I got. Alright, I'm actually succeeding somewhat here. Sort of. I could be. There we go. Alright, so it should look like that. You got your 2 pieces there. That's gonna be how it's gonna look. The guide I was looking at said to cut this corner piece off right there. I can't do that. I don't have anything. Actually, I probably could do it with like some tin snips or something. I'll try that because it only gives you a short bolt for the last one to get in there, and I think it's because that one axle nut on the top there is right in the way of that. That's why they don't give you the extended bolt for that. So I'm gonna try to cut that off with some quick snips here, and then see if that will help me at all. So I had one better. I had a little pair of sorry, not a pair, but a little tiny like little saw, hand saw, and I just kind of viced that and then chopped off that edge, then grind it down a little. That hopefully will be enough to keep that out of the way. So go for the next step. Alright guys, I got my 2 bolts in, I got the vacuum line reattached, and I have the clamp done there. And that little thing's back on there. The one that's going to be a doozy is that bottom bolt. Because apparently it just doesn't look like I took enough off of it to get that in there. But I'm going to try to get it in by hand and then try to get it after that. Because this is what they give you, that little one. It's going to be, hopefully I can cool down a little bit. It's still hot in there. And I still gotta try to get my hand in there without screaming like a little girl and dropping this. It's looking a little impossible. You really gotta get in there. And without light and way to see. This metal right here I'm touching is hot. And my fingers aren't fitting in there. So I'm gonna have to get something. I don't know if I could just throw it on my extension socket here and try to squeeze it in there. Let's see, I'll use the phone as a light guide to try to see what I'm doing here. So this gotta go in somewhere. No, let's go from a different angle here. Let's go in from here. Stay. Alright. So, just so you know what you guys are gonna run into if you go to do this, you're gonna run into this sort of issue. Oh, see, I'm up. Uh-oh. No, why? And now, to complete my journey of fuckery, the bolt is now lost in there. I have to find a magnet. Actually, I have magnetic screwdrivers. Hopefully, they're magnetic enough to get that sucker back over here. Hopefully. Come here, bolty, 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 bolty. Come here. I'm not even attempting to touch anything. Damn. I really screwed the pooch on this one, that's for sure. I'm not even sure where it could have landed. Phone's doing some weird shit. Let's see if I can get the light on. My new best friend, Mr. Extendy Magnet. Woohoo! Got my bolt back. So we're gonna attempt this one more time. Where'd my ratchet go? That's not it. There it is. Okay, so Gonna put the bolt on the bottom of that. We're gonna go from some weird ass motherfucking angle to try, no, not that angle, to try and get this in here as best as we can. This might be the best angle. That might actually be in. That might actually be in right there. Hold on a second. Let me get... Sorry guys. It's not in. Just gotta go right there. Damn, that bolt is literally right in the way. Okay, let's see. Without losing it. You go up. Up. I can't even bend this up. It's gotta go... in there. Fuck, am I supposed to get it in there? Oh, I'm so close. If I had... Ooh, don't lose it. Oh, it's like right there. Just gotta bend it a little more. Oh, I think we got it. Oh no, my phone. I actually think we lost it. No, we're in. Oh, we're in there. We just are at a weird angle, and I don't like angles because that means I can strip the shit out of this. But, no, I lost that. Alright, hold on a second. See, this is what happens when I hold my phone and try to do the work at the same time. So, those are nestled in there pretty stupidly. Okay. When they said to take off a certain amount of the bracket, they should have been more clear on how much of the bracket you have to take off, because that little sucker, that bolt right there, fucking phone. Alright, that bolt right there is in the goddamn way. I'm gonna get that. I have a pretty thin hex thing too. So, the only other thing I could think of is an Allen key. That would get in there actually. I think I have an Allen set in this shitty toolbox. I do. These numbered. Put you down for a second while I get this. Alright guys. Whew. It took forever, but I got that little sucker in there finally. I would suggest taking a little bit more of your bracket off than, is possible. What I had to do to get that was, after several tries, I took an Allen wrench, stuck it in there, because it was thin enough to get in there, and basically turned it with this damn pair of pliers. Never want to do that again. Definitely try to take a little bit more off the bracket, or remove that bolt temporarily. Don't forget to put it back in. That's the only way you're going to get in there to get that. That was ridiculous. I've been out here for probably like 20-30 minutes just trying to find a way to get to that. And I even loosened it up a little bit to get there. So I'm going to retighten all my shit and then put my wheel back on, and this shit should be done. So I'll go for a sound in a second. Guys, wheel's back on. Start her up, give it a quick rev, and if you hear a big whoosh, I think we did something right. If not, oh shit. So, don't mind that. It's just a cut off exhaust that kind of dumps right under my trunk. Ooh. Listen to that. Can't really hear it. Sounds like we did it right. Very good, guys. And that's your Boomba blow-off valve installation. Can go a lot simpler. Trust me. I never make things simple. Thanks for watching.